G'day everyone, I hope you're ready for a story that's equal parts excitement, curiosity, and a dash of wild weather. Today, I want to share an adventure that's close to my heart, one that belongs to my good friend, Katie Thurston. Katie's the kind of person who can turn even the most ordinary day into something unforgettable. She's always up for a challenge, and her sense of adventure is absolutely contagious. So when something unusual happened one afternoon, you can bet she was the first to notice. It all began on what seemed like a perfectly normal afternoon. The sun was shining, the air was warm, and everything felt calm and peaceful. But then, Katie's sharp eyes caught sight of something different. A tiny dark cloud way out on the horizon, barely more than a smudge against the blue sky. Most people would have missed it, or maybe just shrugged it off. But not Katie. She's always on the lookout for the next big thing, and to her, that little cloud was a sign that something exciting was about to happen. Instead of feeling worried, she felt a rush of anticipation. After all, storms are nature's most dramatic performance. As the minutes ticked by, that tiny cloud started to grow, stretching and darkening until it looked like a shadow creeping across the sky. Then, out of nowhere, a low rumble echoed in the distance, the storm's very first whisper. The air shifted, the breeze picked up, and suddenly, you could smell the rain before a single drop had even fallen. All around, the world seemed to pause. Birds took flight, vanishing into the trees, and for a moment, it felt like nature itself was holding its breath. For Katie, this was the moment she'd been waiting for, the beginning of an epic quest, right in her own backyard. She knew that a thunderstorm wasn't just something to watch from a window. It was a force to be respected, something to prepare for, and, if you're brave enough, something to enjoy. The clouds gathered, thunder rolled louder, and lightning flickered in the distance. Katie couldn't help but grin, feeling the thrill of the coming storm. But even the boldest adventurers know that safety always comes first. As the first drops began to fall, Katie made sure she was ready, windows closed, shelter found, and eyes wide open for whatever the storm might bring next. The sky transformed in minutes. Blue vanished, replaced by swirling, stormy grey. Wind howled, trees danced, and then lightning. A jagged fork lit up the world, followed by thunder that shook the ground. Katie gasped in awe, feeling tiny but alive. Rain began as heavy drops, then turned into a torrential downpour. The sound of rain on the roof was like applause for the storm's wild performance. The sky's dramatic dance was in full swing. Katie knew it was time to gather her friends and find a safe spot to enjoy the show. Adventures are always better with friends by your side. There's something magical about facing a wild storm together, knowing you're surrounded by people who make every moment brighter and every challenge a little less daunting. When the sky darkens and thunder rumbles, it's not just the weather that brings excitement, it's the promise of shared memories and laughter. Katie grabbed her phone and sent out a code thunder to her squad, their secret signal for an impromptu storm party. The group chat instantly lit up with excited replies, emojis, and inside jokes. Everyone knew what it meant. Drop what you're doing, grab your raincoat, and head over. Within minutes, her friends were dashing through the rain, umbrellas flipping inside out, shoes splashing through puddles, all eager to join the adventure. The storm outside only made their arrival more thrilling. While waiting, Katie sprang into action. She shut the windows tight, made sure flashlights were within reach, tossed extra blankets onto the couch, and plugged in everyone's phones to keep them charged. She wanted everything to be perfect for her friend's arrival. Soon, the door burst open and her friends tumbled in, dripping wet but grinning from ear to ear. They shook off the rain, kicked off their shoes, and filled the house with energy and warmth. The living room buzzed with excitement, everyone talking at once, voices rising above the sound of rain pelting the windows. The storm outside seemed to fuel their anticipation for the night ahead. They huddled by the window, safe and together, watching lightning flash and thunder roll across the sky. Each bolt of lightning drew gasps and laughter, making them feel both awed and protected in their cozy hideout. Katie popped popcorn and made steaming mugs of hot chocolate, transforming storm watching into a cozy party. The smell of buttery popcorn and sweet cocoa filled the air, making everyone feel right at home. Laughter and chatter echoed through the house, blending perfectly with the storm's roar outside. Stories were shared, jokes were told, and the storm became the backdrop for a night they'd never forget. With her squad assembled and safe, Katie felt a surge of confidence. Surrounded by her favourite people, she knew they could handle anything the night might bring. The adventure was truly underway, and together they were ready to make the most of every thunderous moment. Katie's living room with its big window was the perfect storm-watching spot. Wrapped in blankets, they watched trees bend and rain pour, safe and warm inside. Each lightning flash lit up the room, followed by thunder that rattled the windows. They counted seconds between lightning and thunder, guessing how close the storm was. Someone suggested capturing lightning on camera, easier said than done. After many failed attempts and lots of laughter, Katie finally snapped a perfect shot. Cheers erupted. It wasn't just about the photo, but the fun of trying together. They'd captured a little piece of the storm's magic. Suddenly, the power flickered and went out. No panic, just more adventure. Katie switched on flashlights, turning the room into a cozy campout. With no TV, they made their own fun. Katie put on music, and soon everyone was singing along. Flashlights became microphones, thunder became their drumbeat. A huge thunderclap ended a song, and they cheered as if the storm was applauding. Singing and laughter filled the dark, chasing away any nerves. The best moments weren't planned. They came from being together. Sometimes all you need is friends and a little music to make magic. The storm faded, its once roaring thunder and flashes of lightning slowly drifting away into the distance. The sky, which had been dark and menacing just moments before, began to lighten as the last echoes of the tempest disappeared. It was as if the world itself was taking a deep breath, finally able to relax after the chaos. The rain softened to a gentle patter, tapping lightly on leaves and windows, creating a soothing rhythm that filled the air. The harsh downpour was gone, replaced by a peaceful drizzle that seemed to wash away the tension, leaving behind a sense of calm and renewal. Slowly, the clouds parted, and the sun peeked through, casting golden beams across the wet earth. Sunlight glistened on every surface, turning puddles into tiny mirrors and making the world shimmer with hope. The air felt fresh and clean, filled with the promise of a new beginning. Power returned to the homes, but no one rushed to turn on the lights. Instead, they lingered in the soft, natural glow, wanting to savor the rare tranquility that followed the storm. The quiet was comforting, a gentle reminder to slow down and appreciate the moment. Stepping outside, people breathed in the crisp, rain-washed air, feeling the coolness on their skin and the scent of earth and leaves all around them. It was a moment to reconnect with nature, to feel alive and grateful for the simple things. Everywhere the world sparkled, leaves and grass glistening with droplets, gardens looking more vibrant and alive than ever before. The rain had washed away the dust, leaving everything looking greener, cleaner, and full of life. Above it all, a brilliant rainbow arched across the sky, its colours vivid against the clearing blue. It felt like a promise, a gentle reminder that even after the fiercest storms, beauty and hope always return. Friends and neighbours stood together in silence, soaking in the beauty of the transformed world. There was no need for words. The peacefulness spoke for itself, filling everyone with a quiet sense of awe and gratitude. Birds began to sing from the branches, their melodies bright and cheerful, as if celebrating the new day. The world felt renewed, every sound and sight a reminder that the adventure was over and a new chapter was beginning. Katie looked around at her home and her friends, feeling deeply grateful, not just for the end of the storm, but for the warmth, safety, and companionship that made every challenge worthwhile. As her friends left, Katie reflected on the day. The storm was more than thunder and lightning, it was a lesson from nature. She learned that what seems scary can be beautiful, and that preparation turns danger into adventure. Respecting nature's power is key, but so is sharing the experience. The best memories come from simple things, songs, laughter, and connection. Even in darkness, joy is possible with the right people. The day left Katie with a heart full of wonder and gratitude. Nature has so much to teach if we just watch and listen. Embrace life's storms, find the beauty, and always share the adventure.